we we have whams. This is anime, manga, music, beer, and snacks. We're
What
gonna
are
be
the
talking about each
exclamation
one.
points?
That's what that is. So this week we're talking about anime is fucking Sentenced to Be a Hero. Manga is Gachakta. Music is Act 3 of the Proto Men.
Also known as This City.
This City.
The city made us.
The city
Oh,
made
is that
us.
really what?
The beer is the Voodoo Ranger Hoppy Pack, and the snack is your mama. No, it's barbecue Doritos. So to start us out here with the anime, is right there. Sentenced to Be a Hero. How did you feel about it?
It's a show. It's definitely a show.
Somebody worked on it. Somebody animated it. Somebody wrote the script.
I guess I'll start with the good stuff. It is a really beautiful show. The animation is a lot of fun to watch. The fight scenes are really cool. That's about all I have for the good stuff.
Yeah.
The voice acting is terrible in both the sub and the dub. The storyline is kind of annoying. There's some fun characters, but maybe, out of, I think, 8 characters that were introduced, only 2 are kind of interesting, and only 1 I really care about, and he's a side character.
Yeah. So I mean, we watched 3 episodes, right? That's our standard here with Whams. 3 episodes of the anime. And out of these 3 episodes, I'm feeling like a 2 or a 3 out of 10, honestly.
Damn.
Yeah, I kind of fucking hated what I was seeing. What did you think?
I put it at a 3 or a 4, just because the animation was fun. If you tune out everything that, dialogue-wise is happening, it's cool to watch.
Yeah, I noticed that there was a pretty huge drop-off in the quality of the animation in episode 2 and 3. Like, 1 felt like there was a ton of really cool stuff happening, and then in 2, there was so many just still frames of somebody not doing anything and then just talking. So I was like,
that
okay.
Scene in Invincible where they explain why they can't animate well anymore.
Well, they put someone's they put their hands in front of their mouth so that they don't have to actually animate someone talking. So it's just a still frame. So no, this shit was hot fucking garbage. It was really, really bad. So the main characters, right?
Xylo.
Yeah, Xylo and Who Gives a Fuck. So the 2 guys. It starts off introducing these 2 guys, and it's oh, they're heroes, and then we get the worst dialogue ever.
Yeah,
where they're immediately explaining that if you die, you can be resurrected, and just a bunch of other shit. Just immediately explaining a bunch of bullshit that the characters should just know. So I don't know why they're explaining it to each other. It's starts off with a caravan that's getting just fucked up by frogs, and
they're just fairies.
They're just dumb frogs. They're called fairies.
Yeah,
but they're just frogs with what are they called? Polyps on all over their
demon
body.
Blight.
Yeah, the demon blight, which is just polyps all over their face and shit.
But they're cool neon polyps.
And it's brutal. These it's this caravan of knights that are just getting
holy
eviscerated.
Knights.
They're the holy knights. And then we
Shout
see
out
this
7 Deadly Sins.
This painful bitch ass loser fucking garbage of a human being
is
running away, going ah! And then
he's got a big box. He's got a big old box.
Yeah. And he's running away from a frog, and then he's like, "Oh, Xylo, save me!" That's how he sounds. And Xylo comes out of fucking nowhere. The other guy, who's actually the main character, just kills the fucking frog that was chasing bitch ass.
And then goes, "Bitch ass, if you bitch ass again, I'm gonna kill your bitch ass. If you bitch ass too hard,
I'm gonna kill your bitch ass." And then we get introduced to him, and he's super, just ridiculously edgy. And it's I don't know what the fuck's going on. So a solid, actually the entire first episode, I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
And it's not for lack of explaining. They are explaining pretty much everything as it happens.
They're explaining too much of random shit that is not what is happening. They're explaining all this stuff about the world, but not what the fuck is going on right now. So it's really confusing. There's all these frogs, all this shit, just people being killed, and then we get a full explanation of heroes, and then this like thing on their neck and he's like, we'll blow up if you don't do what we're told.
What are we, some kind of Suicide Squad?
Yeah, actually, I guess it is Suicide Squad, isn't it? Now that I think about it. And it's just fucking, I don't know, it was ass. Like if I wasn't watching the first 3 episodes in order to make this, I would have turned this shit the fuck off after 5 minutes. I was like, this is garbage.
As we were watching it, maybe like halfway through the first episode, B did go, should we switch the anime we're watching?
Yeah. It was like, I was like, oh my God, this is actually really bad. I was expecting it to be like a 5, for it to be like really, really awful. So yeah, it's really hard to explain what the fuck happened because I really don't know. Like
so, we got the squire running around with a coffin. Yeah. The fairy gets killed. Xylo is like, "Why did you steal this coffin? What's
real
going
quick,
on?"
Shade, what did you think when you saw that coffin? You told me you had specific thoughts.
So the coffin, and I was getting around to this because it felt like the coffin showed up out of nowhere, but I guess it was on his back. But the 2 main characters see this coffin, and he's like, "Why did you?" Xylo, the main guy, was like, "Why did you steal this coffin?" And the other guy's like, "I don't know. I just steal everything. I'm a thief. I steal things." And so he's like walking up to this coffin. I looked at the coffin. I looked over at my girlfriend. And I went, "That coffin, that box right there. They're gonna open it up. There's gonna be a little girl. She's gonna be sleeping in the coffin, and she's gonna be like a goddess of some kind." And then sure enough, they open the fucking box, and there's a little fucking girl, and she's in there sleeping, all comfy. And then she wakes up later, and she's like, "I'm the goddess." And I was just like,
she's a goddess of swords.
or no, the main character like explains it as
yeah,
goddess.
No. Before she wakes up, Xylo goes, "You stole a goddess? Now I'm
Yeah.
actually gonna kill you."
Yeah.
I said almost the same thing as Shade did to Bird. I was like, there's going to be a girl in that box.
Yeah, it's like, well, it's the lolly box, right? Like, so
I wasn't expecting a lolly because I hadn't looked into the show. I didn't know there were lollies in this show. But then when it was a lolly, I was like, oh no.
And then it made sense why the show is popular.
Is it actually popular?
It is
Supposedly.
the like most popular and highest rated show from last season that was not a
Really?
sequel. That's why I made you watch it.
Really?
Yeah. Look at the animation
Yeah.
though.
But the character designs are ass.
I agree.
Xylo looks
So
kinda cool.
okay, so Xylo, I think he's still ass.
Yeah.
I just thought he was a ripoff of the main character of Orphan. And I mean,
Do you know how old Orphan is?
Orphan is
I
a
don't even
really,
know what
really
Orphan
deep
is.
cut, sure.
Fucking older
But
than
I
both
was
of
like,
you.
I was like, is this guy? Yeah. So fucking Niria Metropa, highest rated? Exactly. Oh my god. Like, I mean, maybe the later episodes will like suck my dick and call me a king, but like those first 3 episodes were awful.
Is the anime you're
bars
talking
in
about
hell.
Sorceress Stabber Orphan? Or?
Mhm.
Okay,
Yes.
sorry, I'm trying to get context.
It's pretty
yeah,
old.
he does kind of look like that
He
guy.
looks like the main character of Orphan, and I was just like, okay. And then from that, right? So
the bar is in hell.
yeah, it's in hell. From that, so like the entire time I was watching it, I was just going, did this person just take all of their favorite stories and just grab an element from it and then just throw it together without any idea of like how to actually make a story? Because the main character looked like the guy from Orphan. The fucking demon thing showing up reminded me of the angels from Neon Genesis.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
The one main Holy Night girl kind of looks like Kiryuin. Is that her name?
Yeah,
From
Kiryuin
Kill la Kill?
Satsuki.
Satsuki?
Yeah.
I actually thought she looked more Evangelion. She
Okay.
Yeah.
weirdly looked like,
Like-
Misato, but if she was like a real bitch.
yeah. So it felt like there was like weird Neon
What do you
Genesis like elements in it, and like the fact that the like this is in the first episode, but like it shows like the demon lords, which are like these weird like enemy of the week bad guys, and they're like weird grotesque monster thingies that have like penis eyeballs. Like it'll be
At
like,
least
there'll
the
be, like,
one
a-
we saw is.
I think the other one also kind of looked like it had a penis
Okay.
eyeball, like the plant one in episode 3. But coming back around, so like I was like, okay, there's Neon Genesis here, and then Full Metal Alchemist. I felt like because like the Holy Knights, we're being set up as like this
State
organization.
alchemists.
Yeah. That is like the state alchemists, where they're just doing their job. They're part of the military, but the military is corrupt. Ooh, the military is corrupt. But like,
It's deep, don't you get it?
yeah,
It's
but like
deep
the
because
way
they're
that Full
bad.
Metal Alchemist does this is great. You know, like you get a few episodes of like in the first episode they kind of set up like something weird's happening with the government, but then you get a few episodes of like the government. This is just how it works. This is how the world works. This is how the main characters interact with the world. This is how everyone interacts with the world. And then it's not for like a few episodes where like Hughes is looking into how corrupt the government is, and we really learn about it. And it's like that's how you do it. But in the first episode, they're talking about what did the Holy Knights have planned? Wait, we're all supposed to die here? That was the plan? And then I'm like, okay, so what was the plan? Why are they dying? Why are they going in to die? I didn't get
They
the
could
plan.
have also buried the lead a little bit more about Xylo having killed a goddess.
Yeah.
That's like his whole thing, and why he really hates goddesses. He doesn't want to make a pact with a goddess.
He says that maybe 25
yeah.
times in the first episode.
And then, spoiler, he makes a pact with the goddess.
Yeah.
And then the Holy Knights hate him for it because the goddess was supposed to make a pact with someone at some place, and he stole it. So they're trying to kill him. Even though
I didn't think that they were mad at him for that. I thought that they were just mad at him because he didn't follow what they said.
I think it was both.
They were just like, you broke the rules, criminal man that is established to be a criminal, because all
and
heroes are criminals.
Why do they call their criminals heroes? That does not make any sense.
Yeah, it's really weird. So that was another thing that I felt was just like super off.
It's deep, don't you
Was that-
get it?
Was that
It's the opposite of what it usually is.
Yeah. It was like, okay, you could just call them anything. But why hero? Like they could have just been fucking Flowbarts, you know? They're the Flowbarts.
Flowbarts.
You know, it doesn't fucking matter, but they were like, okay, heroes, but the reason I have an issue with it is because like they can do that. It's whatever. They can call it whatever they want. But then the goddess comes out and is like, isn't this what a hero is supposed to be? And it's like, I don't know. In this world, it seems like heroes aren't this. Heroes are criminals.
You're my shining knight in armor, Xylo.
Yeah.
I love you, Xylo.
I don't
you
get it.
stand up for everything, Xylo.
If I could
heroes?
play devil's advocate, maybe she is so old that she was around before the word hero was corrupted by the church.
But she's not old.
But I don't know.
Okay.
So
It seems as if she just woke up.
there is that, but it's also so there were originally 12 goddesses. She's the 13th, so she's like the newest goddess. I
Okay.
mean, maybe she's still
missed that
super
part.
fucking old, but it's implied that she's the newest one. So I don't know.
Okay.
She's also very naive, I guess. Compared, we haven't really seen any other goddesses except for a brief
The
shot of
flashbacks.
the one where
Yeah.
he killed her.
Yeah, the government's corrupt. They're covering up the fact that goddesses necessarily die.
Well, not that they die, but if they overexpend their power, they can get corrupted by demons and become the biggest threat the world has ever seen.
Yeah.
Right.
Which has only ever happened once, and Xylo killed her.
Yep.
But they don't want to release that information, so they made Xylo the scapegoat.
Yeah. And if you are as like watching us explain this, confused as fuck,
We are too.
we are as well. Nothing made any fucking sense. And
Looks
by the
cool.
way, everything that we just said was the first episode.
Oh, also,
Which is an hour long.
Yeah, which is an hour long. But
going back to your thing about how he just took a bunch of stuff from different anime he liked and put it in. The goddess's power is just Gilgamesh's power from Fate of summoning a bunch of fucking swords.
just a bunch of swords.
The big gold sword, yeah. Oh yeah, he does. He has like a command seal on his hand.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I don't think it's explained.
There's
but
nothing original in this anime.
it's not very good.
It really wasn't.
Second episode, they go off to a mine, and we get introduced to some other heroes. The one character I thought was a lot of fun was there's this one hero who just believes he is the king,
Yeah.
and he's the best character and
As
also the
he's-
best voice acted.
He almost just like makes 1 point of the show. Like as far as like out of 10, he like
Yeah.
makes one of the points because he was really cool. But even him, I was like, this is just Armstrong and King Bradley together
Yeah.
with, and he's fucking wearing the cape from Legend of the Galactic Heroes. Like, it's just
You've seen too much anime.
yeah.
It's funny because you keep naming shows that are literally older than you, and I'm like, nobody who likes this show has seen any of those anime.
Yeah, I mean that's gonna be just like what affects it for me.
Yeah.
But I've seen a lot of shit that's old.
I've seen all of those shows too.
Yeah. But I was just seeing this guy and I was like, okay, so that's all he is. He's just fucking a couple Full Metal Alchemist characters mashed together. Yeah, so that
Talking
guy
about a bad anime.
yeah, that guy was cool, and I liked the idea that like they could go crazy to the point where like they don't know what the fuck they're doing. They just listen to a command and then they attack. But and this is another big fucking thing that I really hated about these first 3 episodes. They made it a point to establish that the heroes can die and come back.
Like they did I missed
Immediately, right? Yeah. Like that was one of the first conversations that the main characters have. They established the idea that heroes would die and like come back really, really early. It was like first fucking thing that the main characters talked about. In those 3 episodes, we don't see any of them die. We don't see a
No.
single person die.
Yeah.
That isn't a
That
hero.
isn't a holy night.
Everyone else dies like crazy. Like Holy Knights are dying like crazy. But the heroes don't die. So it was like, why did you tell me this? Why didn't you show me this?
Wasn't one of them like a zombie? Wasn't there a zombie hero?
Yeah, the guy that's like crazy. He's like died so many times that he's crazy. It was
Do you
his
mean
thing.
King guy or the
That's
other
why-
guy?
The other guy
Oh.
Okay.
with the axe. He was like
Yeah.
he could get super buff for like a moment, but he was really crazy. And they said like, oh, he's been doing this so long that he's crazy now. And that's
So they
what's
didn't
gonna
show
happen to
anybody
us.
die, but they did establish what dying a lot would do to you.
But they established that. But I'm like, why not show it? Like so much of this show is just explaining shit and not showing it.
That has to be stolen from another anime. The dying.
Well, it's
being
Dark
brought-
Souls.
That's okay. Sorry.
oh
Dark
my
Souls?
god, you're right. It is
Yeah.
Dark Souls. It's hollowing.
It's just Dark Souls.
No, this is a very anime, or a very video game anime, I should say.
Watch Solo Leveling, of which I have not
So,
seen any of.
that was this is not solo leveling, but I remembered another fucking thing was Shield Hero. So a lot of this felt like Shield Hero.
Definitely could see that comparison.
So
Nowhere near as
Tone.
dark as Shield Hero.
yeah, tone was something that was super fucking off with this, right? So there's vibrant colors, and this is the same problem I have with one of the same problems I have with Shield Hero, is that there's vibrant colors, but it's like everything should be taken seriously. Everything kind of fucking blows. Everyone kind of fucking hates each other. The world sucks,
Do you
but
think
like
they're gonna
everything's in
establish a
vibrant
Jeffrey Epstein
colors.
character.
Maybe.
I don't think it'll go that dark.
That's a little weird. If they actually really did that. But like Shield Hero, right? So and I think the main characters are very, very similar, where they have some shit go down and now they're just like needlessly edgy, despite like people kind of warming up to them.
Yeah.
Where they're just like, it's like, why the fuck are you such an asshole? I hate you.
One trauma becomes their whole personality.
Yeah, it's like, and it's like, I get.
Did you know I killed a goddess?
I get trying to make your main character guts because everyone likes guts, but like you gotta really traumatize them and you gotta really make it make fucking sense.
Guts
like,
went through a lot
Guts
more.
doesn't threaten
Guts
to kill
went through
people
so
in
much
like
more.
a fun, cutesy way like Xylo
No.
does. Guts means it, you know?
Yeah, guts will fucking kill you. I think that's all I have to fucking say about that. Well, what would have made this a 10, do you think?
If they so here's the thing. With all of it is, if I was reading about this show and I hadn't watched it, I would think it would be interesting and I'd probably try it. But the dialogue kills it. Like the dialogue, the voice actors, it could be a really good show because the animation I really do like. That was the reason I was like, no, we're gonna keep watching this show. It's at least fun eye candy.
Yeah.
I might watch more of it because this is, I don't know, a spoiler kind of. I was looking into the show to see like, will I continue watching it? Apparently later on in the show, a character is introduced who is sexually attracted to dragons, and dragons are sexually attracted to him.
Which sounds way
And I
cooler
was
than
like, that sounds
anything that
awesome.
happened.
Why did we get to meet that guy so far?
That guy sounds awesome. For sure.
But yeah, I don't know. It's the dialogue. The voice honestly
the dialogue is really, really,
the
really
sub
bad.
voice acting isn't terrible. It's just that the Squire character who's so annoying. The dub voice acting across the board is really bad. Except for the king guy, the guy who thinks he's the king. That was fun. Yeah, if they somehow just rewrote the show entirely. I think when I was watching it, I just went, why would you spend so much time and care animating such a cool show to destroy it like this?
Yeah.
Could you put me on screen for a second? I'll give my quick review because, so Bird and I, we put this on dub so that we wouldn't have to pay too much attention and have to read all of that bad dialogue, you know?
Yeah.
And I feel like I didn't, even though I was giving it as little attention as possible, I still could follow all the necessary beats of what was going on.
Yeah, there was so little happening, but also so much.
It was a
not
lot
being
of
explained.
action, and I don't think I hated it as much as you did, just because
Yeah.
it's interesting. There's a point of like being really jaded, right? Where it's like, oh, I've seen all of this before. But
Yeah.
I've also seen all of this before 1,000 times.
Yeah.
So like in comparison to most bad generic anime, this is way better. Like it's way better than the average.
Because of the animation, for sure.
There was great animation. Pretty like the first episode is like consistently amazing animation. Now, granted, what's being animated isn't that interesting.
No.
Like the fights look good, but we had just watched the season finale of Jujutsu Kaisen season 3.
Yeah.
And Jujutsu Kaisen season 3 is consistently the most mind-blowing thing I've ever seen. Like, not only are the fights incredibly animated, but just conceptually what's happening is so crazy that you're like constantly trying to wrap your mind around it. Like, it feels like you're studying. Like, what am I looking at?
It makes me feel stupid for shitting on that one episode where they just explained a bunch of shit. Because you do need that.
This episode, the first episode of Sentence to Be a Hero, is like thoroughly comprehensible. Everything that's happening is like, okay, I've seen that happen before, but it looks prettier here than it usually does. So, like, if I compared it to any other generic light novel adaptation, like something like Arifureta is a show I talked about like 5 or 6 years ago. This is along the same lines of that plot-wise, 1,000 times better looking. Like, literally, they put so much effort into this. Sometimes and it's really unnecessary. Like it'll just be a character talking to someone and they're like moving all over the place as they talk and it's almost awkward. But it felt like, okay, they really wanted you to know that they were trying with this show. And I think that's what makes it appeal to more people. It also does not like randomly sexualize any of its female characters.
Yeah,
it has
Yeah,
lollies, but they're not fan service lollies, you know.
She just wants head pats.
The girl wants head pats so much that it's all she says. It's like 80% of the dialogue is, I want head pats. I can't. I hate goddesses. But I want head pats. But I hate goddesses. That was fucking annoying. The Royal Knight lady is like, she looks cool, but then she sucks.
Now
She's just
like
the
a whole
shittiest character. Well, I fucking sat through this. I'm surprised how much I could comprehend of it without paying attention. But yeah, the 2 episodes in the mines were just like, like this is more. This is even like more generic and brown than early Attack on Titan. Like, there's nothing going on.
All right, I'm taking you off.
All right.
As we transition through the different like sections, should we go where or Or,
we'll just say
or
Wales
whiz.
in its entirety. So the I didn't give my take on what would have made it a 10. So if obviously the dialogue is really, really bad. So like a whole new writer in general would make it a lot better.
Yeah, what are you doing, Mephisto?
If
This was written by a guy named Mephisto. I'm pretty.
what the hell?
Yeah, no, it was illustrated by
Drawn by
Mephisto,
Mephisto.
but
Sorry,
the
Mephisto.
writer also had a
Right.
crazy name.
So and then fucking so the first episode ends with a flashback of him being sentenced to be a hero for having killed his goddess.
Whoa! Roll credits.
But I think if it had started with actually more of just that, like if it had opened up and it was like him in his final battle with his goddess, and we're like, what the fuck is going on? What is all this? And then he has to kill her, and then we see the sentencing, and then what we see happens. I actually think that would have changed my opinion of the first episode quite a bit.
it would have made more sense for it to be a 50 fucking minute first episode.
Yeah. Like if we had just seen more of that, and then like obviously pacing was awful. 50 minutes to show like one battle.
It could have been a 30-minute
way
episode
too long.
easy. There was just so much fluff.
So obviously it needs a lot of work for it to become a 10. And then do I think it's worth more? You kind of answered that question because you were saying like maybe you would watch more if it was a little bit more interesting.
If I'm really hating myself, and do I want to watch a show that's either going to be incredibly bad or maybe gets a little better?
Yeah. I don't think it's worth the fucking time of day.
I
wish that I could get that time back.
I was reading why people like the show, and that's where I was made aware of the scaly guy.
Yeah.
And it's just most of the people go, well, I just like the way they play off of each other. And I was reading that going,
good lord.
Yeah, in the first 3 episodes, there's not that many characters to play off of each other with.
They're all charisma vacuums too.
So no, I don't want any more of this. If it was a manga, maybe I would read a little further to see if it got interesting, but it's not. It's a novel.
Maybe
I'm not reading that.
There probably is a manga, but yeah, it is originally a light novel.
Yeah. Before we transition, I gotta pee.
Oh, actually, also, you put me on screen just now.
Yes.
I figured we should, before the end of, I just realized this, before the end of each section, we should announce what it's going to be next time for that segment.
Oh, sure. Yeah, so then in the videos, it makes more sense.
Yeah.
What are we doing next week?
So I was originally going to have you watch a show called You and I Are Polar Opposites, and then I was going to switch it to the Mononoke film, the first Mononoke film, but then somebody actually asked in the comments if you would talk about that aforementioned show.
You and I Are Polar Opposites.
Yes, so I think that would be the better choice because it's actually been asked for, and it was already going to be my choice. But I was like, I don't know if you guys will care about a comfy slice of life show, but after Sentenced to Be a Hero, I think that might be the right choice. Would be to switch gears and try a comfy slice of life.
Good.
So they compared it to Skip and Loafer in the comments.
Okay. I'm a Skip and Loafer fan.
I know that, and I know you will appreciate it.
They're probably my only one OTP, one true pairing.
Ari May says, "Whams! I slept in, crying face. Don't worry, all you've missed so far is a anime that everyone hated, Sentenced to Be a Hero." One more thing I wanted to say is, if you have played any JRPG, you've already seen this anime. Like, oh, the religious government is bad. Wow, like
this little
so deep. I've played Tales of Symphonia and Final Fantasy. Like, I can't possibly be surprised by this.
There's this not very well known kind of indie light novel called Fate that actually treads a lot of this.
I can honestly say that while this is more straightforward and comprehensible than Fate, it is
nowhere
worse.
Near as cool.
I'm like the biggest Fate hater in the world, but I mean, Strange Fate fucking rules. So it's hard to even be like.
That show's over too.
Yeah, we gotta finish Strange Fate.
All right.